Hey guys, Matthew here, and today I've got an incredibly cool guitar to share with you inside of this vintage tweed case, which some of you may know what that means, but today we're going to check it out, play it, see how it sounds. So Fender stopped using the tweed case in 1959, so hypothetically that puts this guitar in the golden years of Fender. Inside, you'll see the red plush interior and the Koilon badge, which is another clue as to what we've got here. But here it is. This is a 1957 Fender Stratocaster, one of the most iconic years for the Strat, with a number of unique features going on that we'll get into in today's video. This one is a really beautiful looking guitar, and it's got some history to it as well, so we'll get into that. I want to first start out with just playing the 3 pickup positions on this guitar. We'll take a listen to how it sounds, and then we'll talk about what makes this guitar so special. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tones from this guitar, and if you did, please leave a comment down below. But this really is one of the greatest years for the Stratocaster. Fender famously reissued this guitar in 1982 with the 57 reissue, and for good reason. These guitars featured an alder body, which is slightly different than the ash body they used in the previous years. And then also they have a famous 57 V-neck profile. This one is not as harsh as some other 57 Vs I've played. It's a little more rounded over, and I think this is really the perfect maple neck profile for a 50s Stratocaster. Now you'll notice some other really unique features about this guitar. First of all, it's painted black, which would be a very rare custom color finish in the 1950s. And near impossible to find today, and they would command a very high price tag. But this guitar was actually refinished in 1972 by a music store called Ham's Music. I'm still trying to find some information on that, but I've got this story from, I believe he was the second owner of the guitar, sent it to Ham's Music in 1972, and had the guitar refinished in this really beautiful grand piano black, and it's finished in nitrocellulose lacquer, which is very correct to the original paint they would have used in the 1950s and 60s on these guitars. And the contours are all really kept intact. They did a great job refinishing this guitar. And for the money, if you wanted to have a black 50s Stratocaster, this is pretty much as close to the real deal as you will get. The only difference in the paint job is that they used a gray primer here, and I believe Fender used either a white primer or a desert sand primer on black guitars, but there's so few examples, I'm not exactly sure. Now you might think this guitar looks very much like Clapton's Blackie Strat, which I guess was a parts guitar made up of mid to late 50s Stratocasters. I do believe it had a 57 V-neck from what I understand. And some people have claimed it was a factory black guitar. Maybe it was a refinished guitar. By the time Clapton put that guitar together, I think it was around 1970 or so. But by then, a lot of those guitars were refinished, so I'm not sure. But this guitar definitely does resemble Clapton's Blackie. The other unique feature about this guitar you'll see here on the back, that this is a hardtail Stratocaster. So the strings come through the body. There's no route for a tremolo system. and there's no tremolo bridge on this guitar, just like a Telecaster would have. So this was an option you could order from Fender. It was a little bit cheaper than the tremolo version. However, most people who bought a Stratocaster wanted it for that floating tremolo, so the hardtail was actually a little bit more rare. That does not equate to more value today. Most people still want the tremolo version. So even though the hardtails are more rare, they come at a little bit cheaper price tag. However, what's incredible about this guitar is that it is super lightweight, which you will occasionally find with hardtail guitars especially. It weighs about 6.5 pounds. It's around the lightest weight vintage Stratocaster you will be able to find. Now, a few more final details I'll get into before I play this guitar for you guys again, and I'll try to get the middle positions here. This has a 3-way switch, so you kind of have to get it right in the middle there to get the second and fourth positions. But this guitar has all the original plastic and all the original hardware. We're gonna open it up in the next episode and try to locate some dates inside, see if we can narrow down exactly when this guitar was built, maybe find some other interesting details, we'll see. Now, this guitar also came with the original bridge cover, which pops on just like this and protects your hand from those sharp bridge saddles. And one more unique feature I almost forgot here, which is kind of exclusive to Stratocasters from around this year. It has a dash in front of the serial number, so it's dash 17121. For whatever reason, they had a dash prefix on the serial numbers at this time. And then going into 58, they added a 0 as a prefix. Not sure why, it's just part of the Fender history. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this thing for you guys a little bit more. Like I said, try to get these in between positions, maybe step on an overdrive pedal and see how it sounds. This guitar could use a refret, which I typically do myself. I might have to do that for you guys here on camera. We'll see, but I'll play this thing out. We'll see how it sounds, and I'll have a few more comments for you at the end. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video on this beautiful 1957 hardtail Stratocaster. A really impressive guitar, sounds amazing, super lightweight, original case, original bridge cover, and a very, very old black refinish. If you were looking for a Clapton Blackie Strat, I mean, this is about as close as you can get, minus the tremolo, obviously, but you know, some people actually prefer the hardtail. I think they're really cool and rare and unique. Guys like Joe Bonamassa really talk highly of them. And, you know, it saves you a few bucks, honestly, in the vintage market to purchase a hardtail over the tremolo version. So I think they're really cool. I'd love to hear from you guys what you think about this hardtail 50s Strat. But really appreciate you guys watching. A few shameless plugs. If you haven't watched my music video I just posted a few weeks ago, you can check it out and hear our new song, me and my band's new song on Spotify. It's called Where You Been. The support so far has been incredible. So if you want to help support the channel, you can go check out the music and really just watch a few videos and leave a comment. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, as they say. So thank you guys for watching today. I look forward to talking to you. And also, yeah, in the next episode, we're going to open this thing up, take a look at all the date codes inside, take a look at the pickups, see if we can find some handwritten dates inside. And who knows what we'll find. You never know what you'll find in a old 50s Strat. So stay tuned for that episode. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.